Crazy scenes in the UEFA Champions League tonight and entertaining games in the playoff of the UEFA Champions League. Now, today the four games actually really delivered a whole lot of entertainment, starting from Galatasaray versus Juve. And if you actually did watch my match preview for each of these games, you would know that I got every of the prediction for today correct. Now, let's quickly dive into the review of all the four games, starting with Galatasaray versus Juventus. This was a really big game whereby the Galatasaray fans, were actually singing, making whistling sounds, and it was a really hostile atmosphere for Juve. But actually, Galatasaray took the lead from Sarah, which was a really brilliant goal. And also, I thought Galatasaray really fucked up by actually allowing Juventus to score in less than a minute in that particular game, and Juve was able to get an equalizer, even get a winner. Also, they were winning the game up until the first half ended and the second half started. I really do not know why Spalletti really took off Cambiaso from that particular game, because when Cambiaso left that game, you could see what happened next. The game just became disjointed, and Cabal could not stay on in that particular game. Got a red card after 21 minutes of coming on in that particular game. And massive shout out to Victor Osimhen. He did not score today, and you could imagine Galatasaray scoring five, and Victor Osimhen was not on the score sheet, but he gave two assists, really impacted this game, and it was just not forthcoming for him and not a day for him to actually score. But Galatasaray really did well. Going on to the next is Benfica versus Real Madrid. Now, this was where the drama was. A whole lot of drama in this particular game. Madrid started this game really good, playing well. The first half ended in a 0-0. You know, there was no much to say about that first half. It was just a brilliant game for Real Madrid. One thing I must say in that first half was Jose Mourinho really set up his team really, really well in that first half. He made sure that his team was well set up, well drilled, that defending was actually okay. And moving forward, they were actually threats. Courtois saved, and also shout out to Trubin, who actually did save a whole lot of chances against Real Madrid today. I don't know where Kylian Mbappe left his shooting boots, especially in the first half. He could have done much more better, in my own opinion, and he did not take his chances. The second half was where we finally saw a whole lot of drama when Vinicius Junior actually scored, and a really brilliant goal from Vini Junior. I think now Vini Junior is getting into the groove, and for him to pick form by this time of the season is really a great one for Real Madrid. But shortly after the goal, he was basically abused by Pellistrani, which I really do not understand why there is still racism in football up until now. And I think the Benfica fans would get a fine. Actually, Benfica will pay for that fine because the fans were actually booing Kylian Mbappe, booing Vinicius, and at the whole end of the game, they were throwing water bottles into the pitch, disrupting the game and making the game look so disjointed. So I think a fine will be actually gotten to Benfica, and UEFA should look at that allegation of racism. I think we would hear much more after the game when Vinicius states what actually transpired and what really happened. I think UEFA would do something about that. Also, Jose Mourinho, with his usual tantrums, got a red card. He will be in the stands in the second leg, but it was a really brilliant game for Real Madrid, breaking the jinx and winning that particular game by a one goal, which they take the advantage back to the Santiago Bernabeu to finish off that particular game. I am really sure that they will finish off that game at the Santiago Bernabeu. Then now moving on to the third game, Monaco versus PSG. This particular game, Monaco wanted to cause a whole lot of upset in the sense that Balogun scoring the first goal, scoring the second. I was like, what's going on? What's happening? How can PSG get battered by Star Rennes in the weekend, and now they are getting whitewashed by Monaco all today? So I think that was a really good ability to come back in this particular game. Goals from Desire Doué, also Hakimi scoring that equalizer for 2-2. And I think PSG right now, maybe the fatigue of how they really played last season is getting to them. Ousmane Dembele getting hooked off in 26th minute, and I think his consistency is just dipping. A man who really wants a salary raise right now, your salary, your consistency is just going down and going down. Unfortunately for him, he left that particular game in the second half. Vertinha got fouled. I really did not understand why that guy decided to foul. Maybe it was kind of a mistake, but it was a high boot and he really scratched his knee, and that was a red card offense. That was now how PSG were able to get over the game, score a goal from Desire Doué, actually a brace, which was a really nice goal, and they have the home advantage going back to Park the Princess. I think they are going to finish up the job next week. Then the last game, which was Dortmund versus Atalanta. This particular game, I told you guys at the yellow wall, you know how it is. Gorasi coming up tops, a goal and an assist to finish up the game. Dortmund finished up this game in the first half. The second half, they just had to play through, defend very well, become compact, and take the advantage back to Atalanta in Italy. It's not really going to be an easy game for Dortmund at Italy. So, but I think Dortmund should have what it takes, but they have to be careful. In this particular game, they really did well, made Atlanta to, some kind of play in a way that was so uncomfortable, stretched them. You could see how they got the second goal. Gorasi actually playing a true pass, and Besarahini actually scoring that goal. And it was a really brilliant game from Borussia Dortmund. What a night of Champions League football. I was really entertained. I really don't know about you, but in my own aspect and in my own view, I had a whole lot of entertainment today. What a night it was. Like and subscribe, follow me, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next Champions League matches that are remaining on Wednesday.